Hey, what's up guys, this is Aaron and today we're going to compare the AirPods Pro to what possibly is the best sounding truly wireless earbuds in the market right now, the $299 Sennheiser Momentum True Wireless earbuds. We're going to be looking at how they stack up in terms of features, audio to video latency, sound quality, and voice microphone quality. Of course, in the coming days, I will be comparing the AirPods Pro to more truly wireless earbuds from various brands like Klipsch, JBL, etc. So if you don't want to miss out on those videos, hit the subscribe button down below and please also ring the notifications bell. Now, in terms of features, these Sennheisers have certain advantages over the AirPods Pro. They support aptX and aptX low latency codecs, which means that they will perform very well on Android devices in terms of sound quality and audio to video latency. But of course, it's gonna be very interesting to see if the AirPods Pro and its H1 Bluetooth chip can blow the Sennheisers out of the water in terms of audio to video latency. That comes later. The Sennheisers also have an app that lets you customize its EQ settings to suit your listening tastes. Although it's not the traditional 5-band equalizer that you get with the Sony WF-1000XM3 earbuds, it's still better than what the AirPods offer, which is a selection of 24 presets. Unlike the Sennheiser's EQ settings, which can apply to any app in your phone, the preset you choose for the AirPods Pro will only apply to the Apple Music app. So if you want to use the same EQ settings for, say, a video game, that's not possible. The Sennheiser's touch controls also support volume control, so it's a little more convenient. I realize that volume control isn't something that you can do with the AirPods Pro or any of the AirPods. So with the AirPods Pro, you have to adjust the volume from your phone, so it's a little less convenient in that respect if you prefer to keep your phone in your pocket all the time. However, in terms of battery life, the Sennheiser simply falls short of what the AirPods Pro and currently many other truly wireless earbuds can do. 12 hours of battery life in total, with 4 hours in the buds themselves. The AirPods Pro, in contrast, have double that, 24 hours of battery life in total with charging case, and the buds contain 4.5 hours. Of course, aside from a bigger, juicier battery, you get a few more perks with the AirPods Pros compared to the Sennheisers. Active noise cancellation, Apple's H1 Bluetooth chip, so you get unrivaled close integration with Apple devices, instant pairing and all that, it's all in here. You also get a longer Bluetooth range because Apple's H1 chip is a Class 1 Bluetooth device. It's also got wireless charging, and what's more, it is a lot more compact than the Sennheisers. The case is just about half the size of the Sennheisers, which is super impressive given that this has a bigger, fatter battery, like I said, and all of these features for a lower price point. So now we're going to look at how they stack up in terms of voice microphone quality. I'm going to play some really loud cafe background noise, and then we're going to record a voice memo on my phone. First, the AirPods Pro, then the Sennheisers. Okay, background noise, AirPods Pro, record. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Well, I gotta say that both of them did just as well at voice microphone quality. They both cancelled a lot of background noise. Perhaps my voice through the Sennheisers is a little louder, but beyond that, in terms of quality, both of them are pretty much evenly matched. But tell me what you think, guys. Which one of these earbuds sounded better to you? Let me know in the comments section below. Alright, now it's time for the audio to video latency test. As usual, I will be testing latency on both Apple and Android devices. And I will be using a video game. The reason I don't use videos from video apps like YouTube or Netflix is because video apps tend to delay the video so that it lines up better with the audio. So you're not going to get an accurate latency test from a video app, but a video game is a different story. So we're going to do this right now. First, let's start off with the AirPods Pro. The Apple device I'm using is the iPad 2018. First, let's see what no lag looks like. This is audio straight from the iPad speaker. Now, the AirPods Pro, then the Sennheisers. The Android device I'm using is the LG V40 ThinQ with the Snapdragon 855 processor. First, the AirPods Pro, then the Sennheisers. So as we have just seen, in terms of low audio to video latency performance, the AirPods Pro outperformed the Sennheisers on both Apple and Android devices. To be frank, I wasn't so surprised by what happened on the iPad because the AirPods Pro, they've got the H1 Bluetooth chip. But on an Android device, I was kinda expecting that the Sennheisers would at least do just as well as the AirPods Pro, but the AirPods Pro ended up still being faster than the Sennheisers, despite the fact that the Sennheisers support aptX. Alright, now let's talk about sound quality. I've had the opportunity to do an A to B comparison between the both of them, and I gotta say that the AirPods Pro, they sound brighter than the Sennheisers. And there's quite a bit of difference in brightness, especially in the mid-range. So if you listen to a lot of vocals, music, the AirPods Pro will give you the impression that, hey, vocals sound a little louder and a little sharper than in the Sennheisers. In contrast, the Sennheisers have a more laid-back mid-range. So for people who are used to listening to bright sounding earbuds like the AirPods Pro, vocals on the Sennheisers might sound softer. However, since the Sennheiser's mid-range is a little more muted, you will be able to pick up a little more detail in your music, especially in the mid and lower registers. The Sennheisers also have a deeper bass extension than the AirPods Pro. Bass also feels a little more textured and nuanced in the Sennheisers compared to the AirPods Pro. In terms of sound staging, both of them are almost evenly matched, although I will say that the Sennheisers sound staging is a little more accurate than the AirPods Pro. Also, it has a more three-dimensional feel to its soundstage. So if, say, you are listening to live band music, it almost seems like on the AirPods Pro, all the band members are sitting in a straight line in front of you, and doing that thing. Whereas with these Sennheisers, it almost seems like some band members are seated a little further back, some a little further in front. So that is what I mean by a three-dimensional layered feel to your soundstage. Now we come to the most important question, and possibly the reason you clicked on this video in the first place. Which one should you buy, the AirPods Pro or the Sennheisers? It all depends on what you perceive to be great value for money. For somebody who thinks that value for money means having as many useful features in one small package that fits easily into your pocket and sounds pretty good, I'd say the AirPods Pro is the one for you, especially for people who use an iOS device. Because in iOS you get almost no latency. There is still latency, but it's so low that it will barely be able to perceive it. Not to mention its super close integration with Apple devices. Opening the lid instantly pairs the earbuds to your iPhone. From the convenience of your iPhone screen, you can get information about its battery status of both the charging case and the earbuds. And if your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband or wife also uses a pair of AirPods, you can share audio. Of course, both parties have to use AirPods, so get one for the entire family. No, I'm just kidding, don't do that. And finally, these have active noise cancellation. So from a features perspective, the AirPods Pro is better value for money than the Sennheisers. But sometimes you just want that extra bit of realism in your music. You know, in other words, you are an audiophile, or you are an audiophile who is trying to transition away from wired headsets with external DACs and all that, and you want to move to a pair of truly wireless earbuds just for casual music listening. The AirPods Pro supports aptX, so if you've got a collection of higher resolution FLAC audio files, for instance, these earbuds will be able to bring more detail out of them. And with the Sennheiser Smart Control app, it'll also give you greater control over how you want your earbuds to sound, both on iOS and Android devices, and regardless of which app you choose to use on your phone. So if, despite the Sennheiser's higher price point, you feel that these are some features that you really need, the Sennheisers are gonna seem better value for money for you. But guys, what do you think? The Sennheiser, $299, the AirPods Pro, $249, which one will you pick? Tell me in the comments section below, and I look forward to reading what you have to say. So thank you guys for watching another episode, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please smash that like button with a vengeance, share this video with your friends, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and remember to ring the bell to join my notification squad, because I upload new videos every single week, and this is the only way YouTube will notify you. And of course, please check in YouTube settings if notifications is enabled, because if it's not enabled, YouTube will not notify you even if you've rang the bell. So be sure to do all that, and I'll see you again in the next one. Oh, by the way, of course, you hear me say this a lot on other videos too, but I gotta ask you a question, man. Are you a humble person? Because if you're a humble person like me, this shirt is a great way to show your friends how humble you really are. And whenever you look in the mirror to admire yourself, of course, it will also help to remind you to always be humble. So guys, this is a pretty fun shirt to wear. You can check it out in the link below. It's available in t-shirt, tank top and hoodie. Your purchase helps keep this channel going, and I appreciate your support, bros.